Now, the family of a man who died after being tasered multiple times and falling into the River Thames have accused the police of issuing misinformation to portray him as a menacing person. In their first broadcast interview, the family of Oladeji Omishaw, known by the nickname Deji, told this programme that systemic change is needed to improve the treatment of black men with mental health issues. Scotland Yard says it is cooperating fully with the police watchdog investigation into his death. And just to warn you, Ria Chatterjee's special report contains distressing scenes.
Oh my God.
This footage went viral on social media, and the family say it's the first they heard of a taser being used.
I did a quick Google search of, I think it was Chelsea Bridge or, River Thames, and that's when my life completely changed. Seeing that video footage was absolutely devastating.
I had a Google News notification come up on my phone saying man in his 40s tasered on Chelsea Bridge in critical condition, and I just passed my phone to my husband in just shock and despair, and I just remember saying to him, I bet it was a black man. It always is.
Deji died that evening. As they started the grieving process, so too began a journey into what the family describe as police misinformation, a deliberate attempt, they say, to shape the public consciousness. On the 4th of June, the Metropolitan Police put out a press release saying it was reported that a man was armed with a screwdriver and shouting at the location. This was picked up by the press and reported repeatedly. It took 2 weeks for the police watchdog, the IOPC, to clarify that Deji was not armed with a screwdriver. It was a plastic and metal firelighter. And we don't know at what point the police learned it wasn't a screwdriver that Deji was holding.
I find that very deeply concerning, and I think this speaks to kind of the systemic issues that we are seeing with the Met Police, in terms of them trying to control the narrative, to portray my brother as this menacing person that was potentially trying to pose a threat, which wasn't the case.
Why would he be holding a screwdriver? It just didn't make sense. It wasn't our brother. It didn't make sense to us. And I think it just added to our sense of, distress. Black men just aren't allowed to be in crisis. They're not allowed to be vulnerable. They're not allowed to be in distress without being seen as a threat.